Hello.
Hello.
Here we are, the ladies in black.
You got the memo.
I know we don't plan it, and yet we dress alike more often than not. So this is a really interesting topic, and the more that I started getting into it, I was really liking it because everything comes down to customer service, right? So, like,
Yes.
how do we feel about slow customer service? I mean, that's pretty obvious. Like, yeah. I mean, we want answers. We want them now. We don't want to wait, and we've got a little spoiled in that.
That's true.
But I'll tell you, you may not have heard of Chatbots or live chat, but it's everywhere, and I guarantee that you're using them. I mean, we're all using them, whether we know the name of it or not. So today we're kind of compare the two of them because they're both a great tool for your business, and we're going to compare the two and then figure out which would give you the best result based on your type of business. So let's get going.
Let's go. Hello again.
Hello. Look on the other side.
I was looking at your cute little things in the background. Those are cute.
Decorations.
It looks good.
Thank you.
I had this idea that maybe we need to talk to Mary and have her come up with some ideas for backgrounds and maybe come on the show and share it. Something like that.
She'd be brilliant at that. Oh, that would be a whole thing in itself of people just doing lives and their background.
Yeah.
You know, her setting it up.
That might be a cool thing.
I know.
So anyway, Mary, if you're listening,
yeah,
I'm volunteering you.
we got a side hustle for you.
All righty. Well, welcome to Marketing Mix, everybody. Every week we mix it up and talk about different aspects of digital marketing. You never know. We may do some Q&A, talk about some trends, compare some things. We just have fun really just mixing it up, as Marketing Mix says. So let's go ahead and start with our broadcast, and then we'll get started.
You got it. All right. Every week we go live on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and you can catch the replay on Instagram and LinkedIn, and subscribe to our podcast, Marketing and a Mic. It's something great to listen to while you're driving in the car or sitting in your office. So, and as always, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Fusion One Marketing. There it is.
Trying to figure out which one.
Yeah, however you want to point. It is a great little resource, free resource for all things in digital marketing to help your business. So let me tell you, humans, we are impatient people, aren't we?
These days we are, especially. I mean, people get so used to, I want it now.
And if you think about it, when you're on a website and you have a question or you need an answer, you want it now. So what's the first thing we do? We look at like the contact, or who can I talk to, or is there somebody available that can answer it and get my answer quick? And, you know, you just want somebody to talk to right away. We kind of expect it, don't we?
Yeah, and 24/7. I mean,
yeah, that's right.
It's like, I don't care if it's Sunday evening. I need some answers, you know. That's the only time I have to look this up. So customers really want to chat. They want to have that available. And I'm sure, like you said, everybody's used it at one time or another. They're wanting answers as quickly as possible, just like we said. And most people have all different kinds of work schedules. The only time they may have available to check something out may be the weekend or an evening. So they want things to be available 24/7. Am I already?
I can mute myself.
No, I don't know if it's you or it must be me, but okay. And then if you're not providing this for customers, guess where they're going to go? They're going to go someplace where they can find the answers. And a lot of times that's your competitor. So that's definitely not a good option. So you want to definitely be able to provide continuous communication. That's more important now than ever.
Oh, that's so true.
Like you said, enter chatbots and live chat.
Yeah, so let me show you a little picture of this in case you are questioning it. So when you go on and you see that little robotic looking guy, that's what we mean by a chatbot. So if you go on the right where it says, "Hi, I'm Jacob. I'm here to help you." That's a live chat, and that's actually, you are talking to a live human. So, I mean, I feel like, Elena, there's really three important reasons why we should care about this, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it's always when I'm on a website, it's like, oh, good, they have this option. So
Mhm.
this is why you should care about having that option. It's just a better way to provide customer service.
Mhm.
Um, you can bring in leads. I don't know, people don't even think about that, but you're cultivating leads while you're not even working. Your chat bot or your live chat's doing it. And it can be very efficient to get you new prospects.
Yes, and that number 2 point is very important because we're going to talk about that a little bit later, because people may not, they think of it as customer support, which it is, but there's also ways that it can be generate leads, and we'll give a couple of examples. So first of all, what is a chat box? Okay, it's a computer generated response system. It kind of stimulates conversations based on what the human inputs, and so it's a real kind of neat thing because it'll automate conversations. So example, you can use the chatbot to give them, menu options, like, what do you need? And then based on that answer, okay, here's a follow-up. So the cool thing about chatbots to me is that it's always available to answer your questions, even in the middle of the night. So it's available, and you can set it up based on your business and the kind of standard questions that you anticipate that your customers are going to be asking. So yeah, chatbots. And then we've got the live chats.
I'm just over here drinking the coffee. Go ahead.
Like, Glenda's drinking already.
It's too early for a break. I do see some people tuning in, but we don't know who you are unless you chat with us. How about that?
Yes. We need some live chat from our viewers. So
yeah. Give us a comment. Yeah. So, all right. So what is live chat? Let's talk about that for a second. It's an online application for customer service.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that you can plug into your website and other places too. But for our purposes, it's usually dealing with a website. And it's available to provide support to your customers. That's really its main purpose. But the cool thing about it is it's real-time communication. There's a live person behind that chat. And I think that always makes me feel a little bit more comfortable, like, good, I get to talk to a real person. So it can provide more convenient communications than if you were having to go back and forth, email and phone and all that of all hours of the day. And then you can also see who's been on your website or where they've gone or what the conversation was. So again, it feeds back information to you as well. So it's really a real person, and I prefer that, but everybody has their own opinion.
Right. Yeah. It's so true though. I mean, I'm always thinking, I use so many different platforms, and when I'm having an issue or whatever it is, I'm just going right to it. I expect somebody to answer it. So when we compared the two, this is kind of where it gets into helping your business. So we found 5 key distinctions or features about them that I think when we lay it out, it'll help you determine which would make sense for your business. Because frankly, your website, Facebook Messenger, it can really benefit from this for sure. So, because obviously the end goal for all of us is good customer service and bring in potential leads. So the first point we want to make is the element of human touch. So one of the biggest benefits of a chat box is that you're available. Well, it operates without human touch. So, but the good thing about it is it could carry on a conversation for several hours without any help from a human. So it could go on and on and on and on. So the time that you as a human would spend answering basic questions, you can now get taken care of by a chat box, and you can really strategically design it so that the person on the other end just feels like they are talking to a human, because it's got that response system where it knows exactly what you're needing. Now, and some of them can kind of mimic human answers, To a degree.
Yeah.
But again, it's that human involvement is there a little bit or enough, kind of depending upon your business and what you need.
Yeah, exactly. And human involvement, even though we're online and we've come to this world of everything is internet, everything's online, people still want that human involvement to a certain extent. So chatbots can't replace the human touch. I mean, it's just not quite the same. Customers may really prefer to deal with an actual person. So a chatbot may turn some people off, where a live chat, it gives people a little bit more comfort for the human touch. Also, this is kind of a cool thing when we were talking about this, is that consumers worry that maybe chatbots might make a mistake answering their question. I never even thought about that before. It's kind of like, how much can I trust this? Because it's computer generated. But on the other hand, chatbots are really quick and can give definite answers to pretty simple questions. So they do definitely have their purpose. So you could do this. You could start with a chatbot, and then if it got to a point where they were asking additional questions, switch to live chat.
Yeah, absolutely.
That might be kind of cool. So the whole takeaway of this for human touch is, if the customers need a more detailed explanation or complex inquiries, live chat's going to be better. So you got to think about your business. How intricate is it? How detailed is it? But if the majority of your inquiries just have standard responses, then chatbot would just do fine.
Right. Yeah. And that kind of leads to the second point, which is the response time. So we all know you don't want to make your customers wait. And frankly, they don't want to wait.
No, they do not.
So yeah, I mean, that's a big problem when it comes to customer service, is that we want somebody to answer our questions right away. And I'll tell you, we've all been there where we're kind of sitting there on hold on the phone, and we're just waiting and waiting and waiting to talk to somebody. And that's kind of where live chat, to me, helps humongously, if that's a word, humongously.
It is now.
Humongously.
Well, you type that out.
Make up words as I go here. So like live chat can drastically reduce that wait time, because you notice when you're on there and you see the little dot, 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 dot. I mean, they hook you up to a live agent right away. And believe it or not, 79% of customers say they prefer live chat because they get their questions answered immediately. And so when you think about your business and you think about how often people are coming in and calling and how much time that takes away from you doing what you need to do, that's great with the live chat.
Yeah, exactly. I'll tell you, when I'm on a website or I've called a customer service number and I'm waiting and waiting and waiting, and you're like 20 minutes out, I'm combing that website. Where's the chat? Where's the chat? Please tell me you have a chat. I mean, so this is something that you really need to think about for your website, something we've not covered before. So live chat's awesome.
Yeah, you made me think about, those ones when they're like, your average wait time is 30 to 40 minutes. I'm like, what?
Yeah. And there's some comfort in looking at that chat. It's kind of like your text on your phone, and you see the little things going. You're like, yeah, somebody's going to talk to you.
They're coming.
Then it goes dead. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, so a chatbot, again, chatbots have their place, and they can provide instant responses. So again, it's a little comforting to go, yes, I'm going to get some kind of answer. And they can generate those answers quick, within seconds. And it gets that conversation going right away again. So you're not having somebody on hold for 20-some minutes or an hour and a half or whatever. Have them on your website. So what's the takeaway here on response time? Let's talk about this real quick. If your business needs to respond to customers in a short time frame, a chatbot might be the ideal fit. If your customers aren't all that time sensitive and prefer to talk to a real human, or there's a lot of intricate workings in your business, then live chat live chat, live chat may be the best. I'm like combining bot and
Yeah.
chat and
Live chat is the next thing coming out on the market.
live chat may be better. So that's the takeaway on that.
Okay, let's talk about number 3 of 5 here today. Availability. So a chat box. See, we're screwing this up as we go. A chat bot can stay online with you as long as you need. So 24/7, 365 days a year. It doesn't matter where you are in the world, what time zone you're on. You can have a conversation with your chatbot. The truth is that, we're humans and we can't be available 24/7. So if you're going to lose customers because you can't be available 24/7, or you've got customers that you need to respond to quickly, like say you're in an industry that's kind of more emergency related or quick time, like they need quick responses, Chatbot is extremely efficient in getting the conversation and the needs met immediately.
Yeah. Yeah, availability is huge.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're going to use humans, let's talk about live chat though. If you're going to use humans, they probably can't be available 24/7. I mean,
Right.
and are you going to pay somebody to be available 24/7, 365? I don't think so. So if you're going to use employees to handle the live chats, you're going to probably have a lot higher cost.
Mm-hmm.
To have that available 24/7. So that's definitely something to think about. So the takeaway on this is if your customers, again, depend on a quick response time, no matter what time zone or time of day, you're going to need chatbots at some point or another.
Yeah, absolutely. So this number 4 one, this one I found pretty darn fascinating, and conversion. So because when you think about chatbots and live chat, you're maybe in your mind, you're not thinking sales, but you really should be thinking sales, because, ultimately when you take care of your customers, you want it to convert, and you want them to really feel supported. Live chat is an incredible tool for marketing because your potential customers get an opportunity to chat with somebody at the exact moment that they're thinking about purchasing something. So that's huge. And it adds kind of more speed and convenience to that prospecting lead process, because by the time it takes to have that conversation to convince a prospect to purchase something, you can be available when they're online or thinking about it on your website and handle their questions immediately. So I think it's pretty huge. And we have 3 examples of exactly how you can set this up for your business that it can drive conversions.
Exactly. It's a cool tool,
Mm-hmm.
that rhymes, to use on your website, but let's talk about generating business.
Mm-hmm.
So here are some examples. The first one I have is use it for upselling products and services. You can market new features and functionalities based on what people answer in the chat. Let me give you an example. You can send messages based on specific products the visitor is viewing.
Yeah.
So based on their answers, you can try to upsell them to either a more expansive product or something else that fits their needs, or add-on products. So
Yes.
you have that all available, and it's a perfect opportunity to upsell, which those are hard to come by sometimes.
Well, think about that. That's everywhere. That's that whole product placement of, it'll put like some things that you might be interested in, or it'll pop up and say, I noticed that you were viewing this. You might also be interested in this. And then all of a sudden your eyes are wandering. You're thinking about this, like you said, additional product that would pair nicely, and boom, there you go. So here's something else I thought was really cool that live chat can do. And I didn't fully understand this, so I started looking into this. Sharing resources. So why would that matter? So it can do pop-up messages that would be triggered on when that prospect lands on your website. So the pop-up message can be personalized, make it kind of attention grabbing, and use your name. And it's very proactive and kind of anticipating the customer's needs. So let me give you an example. Let's say you're online and you're reading a blog on a website. You can set up kind of a rules-based chat message so that it'll pop up and invite them to go check out another piece of content. So it kind of all goes down to that nurture path of where they're reading this, then they're reading this, they're staying on your website, which is good. Then that all starts to kind of build that trust and, oh, wow, they really know stuff and da 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 da. And it just helps build that brand loyalty. So I thought that was really cool.
That's really cool. And on top of that, depending on what the person is looking at, again, you talk about brand loyalty, they may be looking at something that they already have, or be kind of messing around on the pricing page, or jumping around on the website, and your website can say, hey, is there anything I can help you with? So you get them right at the moment that they're thinking about what they need, which is really cool. So if you can catch them at that moment and kind of start that conversation, you can proactively ask them questions about what they're looking at.
Yeah.
So that's very important to drive the point home.
Yeah. They're on a pricing page. You anticipate that. Is there anything I can help you with? And then boom, they ask, oh, I was looking at this, da 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 da. And then there you go. You start leading them down the path. So let's do number 5. This is the last one of these 5 points we want to make, which is cost efficiency, which, hey, we all got to look at the bottom line. So live chat, really both live chat and chatbots can help reduce the cost of phone support, of having that paying somebody to be on the phone and manning all the calls. So live chat agents have the ability to multitask, which is really, really cool. So they can help several customers at once. And that can't be done over the phone. It's like, hold please, hold please, hold please. Yeah. So the pricing is obviously going to depend on a lot of factors, such as the number of people you're currently paying right now, the times that they're available, how many employees do you have to handle, or that you need to handle the live chat communication. So that's, you kind of got to gauge your time. And it's also going to be very dependent on whether or not you're paying in-house staff to handle all of your calls, or if you're outsourcing this service to some general customer service agency. So there are a few factors in that, but it's something to really consider based on the volume you're getting.
That's exactly right. And having people available is a huge deal. And you may say, I don't have that many employees to handle all of this. So you can outsource it, like we were talking about, to a customer service agency. That may be a little less expensive than having somebody on staff 24/7. But if you think about it, nobody knows your business and your products better than your own employees who are working in it every day. So you may lose some quality responses if you're outsourcing it compared to somebody who knows the business. Then again, chatbots can lower the costs. So if you, again, think about your business, how detailed is the business? If you can use chatbots, it's going to be less expensive in the long run compared to outsourcing or paying employees additional funds to man the chat software. So you kind of just have to, as we always talk about in marketing, you have to weigh out your options, and this would be a great time to talk to us, and we can help you weigh out your options. So what's the takeaway on this? If you're looking for the cheapest option, you're better off with chatbots. But if you're using human reps to respond via live chat, it's still cheaper than 24/7 phone support. So again, let's look at this. This is a nice chart here that you have live chat versus chatbot. So I'll let you guys take a look at that. We don't have to read all the way through it, but it kind of just makes our points exactly what we just said.
Yeah. So the key thing is live chat, the interaction is carried on by a human. So enables agents to respond immediately when they're, and they can respond to emotions. They can sense if the customer is happy, angry, dissatisfied. Chatbot, the interaction is processed by a machine, so it can translate common questions and respond quickly to any inquiries. And second point is that live chat incapable of tracking customer information unless you can set it up. So you can definitely set that up in some ways. But modern chatbots are kind of capable of pairing conversational data with the visitor's profile. So they can remember the customer's experience and pull up sort of that persona or profile that they put into play and have it work towards that particular customer. The third point is that they're less useful. Live chats are less useful when the type of customer inquiries are simple, common, and repetitive. Chatbots are best when the nature of the conversation are simple and common and they kind of lack the human touch. And then the fourth point is really that live chats aren't available 24/7. And chatbots are available 24/7. So I feel like it kind of comes down to like what your response is, how quickly you need a response, how sophisticated are the questions that your customers are asking, availability. Do you find majority of your customers are like they need response time now and at all hours or not? So those are like, I feel like, big distinctions to know which to put on your website or even through Messenger.
Yeah, I think to the bottom line is maybe you've just never thought about it using a chatbot or live chat or having that customer service available. So that's definitely something we can help you with and add it to your website. We can also help you determine what would be the best route to go and how it should be set up for your business. So that's pretty much all we had for our kind of introduction to live chat and chatbots. Did you have anything else that you wanted to cover?
No, you're absolutely right. Something to really think about to plug in for your business to up that customer service and drive some more leads in business and convert it to sales.
Yes, don't leave people hanging. Be able to answer their questions. So as always, we love to consult with people and businesses and talk about all of these type of digital marketing topics. So if you need any help, all you have to do is reach out to us, and we would love to have that conversation with you. And we'll be back again next week, next Friday morning at 8:00 for the next marketing mix. So until then, have a great week.
Bye.